So yeah, that's the calibre of our politicians here in the UK. And I thought the fucking US was bad. I despise, if there's one government I hate the most, it's the US government. I despise them. I cannot express how much I hate the US government. And Russia's joining them with the whole shit Putin's been pulling in recent years. Actually, I probably was actually the US that done this, but they've done a political, like, one thing they set up in World War II was this system to analyse the personality profiles of various enemies of state. So they did this with Hitler and pretty much predicted what he'd do in losing the war, and pretty much bang on the money. And they basically concluded that he's probably suffering with Asperger's, which would explain some of his weird behaviour, because I'm not going to lie, us autistic bastards can be damn weird and have some real weird methods, ways of thinking, and now it can be beneficial, as in my case, becoming an engineer, or it can be negative, as in Putin's case. So it's just like anything. It's like, say, a knife. You can use it to cut your tomatoes and your salad and your ham and your meat, make yourself some sort of dinner, or you can use it to shank someone in the street. It's why I find it amusing, the whole uproar over printed parts for 3D weapons. McFly, think! You can make them on a milling machine. You can make a gun. Okay, not everyone has a milling machine. Not everyone has a 3D printer, because they're still damn expensive. You can use whatever tools to make anything. And you know what? The 3D printed weapon parts, they're going to make things like magazines and that. And bloody the things that go against the shoulders, whatever they're called. I'm really not a weapons expert, so I don't know all the parts of guns. I have no interest in guns. They don't interest me whatsoever. They're a thing of murder as far as I'm concerned. And the US's obsession with guns is quite frankly weird and dangerous, as it's proven, as they have gun problems that no one else in the rest of the world has. I wonder why that could be. But yeah, I was also thinking about doing a one based on UKIP, and I've got the pamphlet, and I was going to read through and quote it and then sort of decipher it. But while we're doing this political video now, why not express our concerns now? Yay! Ah yes, I'm sure those of you, I don't know about those of you outside the UK whether you've heard of UKIP, but to sum it up, there's this ultra-nationalist, right-wing bloody nutjobs, similar to the BNP but more toned down. They're less sort of racist, basically. They're like the BNP, just without the racism. Incredibly right-wing, and they want to do stupid stuff like privatise the NHS. Or, there's another bunch of incompetent wankers that seem to be gaining traction. It's ridiculous! Can we not just have a sensible, down-to-earth government that wants to actually do what's best for the country and not be manipulated by either the two things that control politics, which is power and money? Two things. If it's not money, it's power. That's what the old encryption thing is with David Cameron. It's obvious they want to make it so they can easily spy on people and probably not get accused of it. You think some law is going to stop me using encryption or anyone else who's technically competent? Fuck off. How they implement it would be probably so easy to bypass. I could probably bypass it when I was 5. Or I couldn't even read. But yeah, you got this whole UKIP. One thing in their little pamphlet they put out for the council sort of small elections, where you elect certain politicians to represent areas of the country for places in, I think it's places like Houses of Commons and that they reside in. But yeah, And one of the things they want to do